Hi, this is Tanya, and I am working on discussion number 9, works with colleagues to improve instruction. The first one says, list ways that teachers can be involved with colleagues to promote the profession. Just recently, I've had a student teacher in my classroom, and she's not an educator yet, but on her way, and I think that taking the opportunity to help train future teachers is a great way to promote education. And it's been a really good experience. We are lucky in our area. We have a university right here in town, and I get to work with students from the university quite a bit. I get practicum students who are there once a week. I have had the opportunity to have a couple of student teachers, and sometimes we get students that come and just read with our kids or teach an art lesson. I've had students come from the nursing program to help teach our dental health and good hygiene. So I think that's a good way kind of to show what we're doing and to promote the things that they're doing too. Another thing is I am a member of my school's Assessment to Achievement team. And so I take the information back to my grade level team so that I can keep everyone involved and knowing what's going on. That's been a really good way. The next thing is list ways that teachers work with colleagues to improve teaching and learning. So working in my PLC, that's been a really good thing. We have been working really hard with our Assessment to Achieve this year. We are working on making sure that we're using good data and that we're using tests that are common assessments, and then we can compare the data. We can look at each other's test scores, and it's been a really good thing for us to look at each other's scores and say, okay, my kids missed this problem. This is the one that my kids missed the most. What problem did your kids miss the most? Okay, so your kids got this one right. What are you doing to teach that so that your kids understand it? And we're sharing ideas back and forth, and that's been really good. We've been working our thing that we've been focusing on this year is opportunities to respond, and we have made observations and gone and observed each other and made tallies and kept track of how many times we're giving kids opportunities to respond and what ways we're giving kids the opportunity to respond. And one of the things that we've been doing, which kind of talks about being a team player too, is for every faculty meeting, the people on the Assessment to Achievement team are coming and showing some examples of different opportunities to respond. And there's a million different things out there, and sometimes you just forget and you say, you know what, I haven't done that for a long time. That's something I want to try, or there's some new thing that we've never seen before. So we're trying to just share some different strategies and different things that we can do. And we even did a survey with our kids and asked them what was their favorite way to respond. Do they like using whiteboards? Do they like rolling the dice and having a number and then that's the kid that gets to answer? Do they like to answer whole group? Do they like to give verbal responses? Do they like to give oral responses or written responses? So that's been a really eye-opening experience. It's been a really good thing. Being a team player and sharing your scores and having that trust and being able to say, you know what, my kids didn't do so good, or my kids did really great. Sharing those scores and being able to be open to trying new things, I think is a really good, a good way to demonstrate being a team player. That's the advancement of teaching and learning. Some ways that we're working effectively with colleagues to positively impact learning. Sometimes we do rotations, and I know some of the other grade levels do this more than we do, but they look at their test scores and they say, okay, let's put our kids in a situation where they will be able to make the most progress. So if there's a group of kids that are struggling in this particular area, let's put them together and give them the opportunity to have more practice and more time to work on that. And so we're putting our kids in situations where they can make the most progress, whether it's something that they're struggling with or if they're doing great and they need to have some deeper thinking activities or some challenging things, some tasks where they get to work hard. And so everyone gets to make the most that they can.